Hi, this is Michael, and I wanted to do this for my friends and for myself to see exactly how much money is possible per day with cryptocurrency investing. So I'm going to start with my Cryptopia account here. I have an idea of what's been going on recently. Um, you can see it's 9:48 p.m. now. This is my cryptocurrency account. You go to balances. Um, this shows the current balances of my coins. And if you click where it says um, deselect coins with zero balances, you'll be able to see the actual coins that you have at the time. So that's going to come up here in a second. Um, and then since it tells you in Bitcoin um, how much your balances actually are, what you can do is just plug that number into the current Bitcoin price. So these are all my coins together. And I'm going to come over here. Again, 9:48. I'm going to update the Bitcoin price. It's actually gone down a little bit. It's over 19,000, getting close to 20,000. And I'm going to put in the Bitcoin amount here. And you see that's $1,700.61. Now, I actually check this, I think in the morning or even in the afternoon, and the price I got last, that is the highest price, was 1547 from what I see here. So if that's true, actually, let's call it 1675 just to be safe. So 1675. So 1761 minus 1765. Try that again. So 16,750. So 1761 minus 1675. 1675 equals 86 divided by the original, which was 16750. So you can see that's actually 0.5%, which isn't terrible when you talk about investing. But I've actually been seeing over an entire day up to 8%. So we're going to call this what we're starting with right now. And I'm going to go ahead and put this where it can be remembered. So the reason I'm doing this is because if you are fortunate enough to get something around 2% per day, so you saw here that I was up to 1760. Just call it 1750. Over one whole year here at compounddaily.com, if you continue to keep your money in this market, it becomes a pretty significant amount. So we're going to see tomorrow night if, in the next 3 nights or so, if we're going to keep somewhere around 2%, maybe better, maybe worse, because when you put in your numbers like this, you're going to see pretty healthy returns. So this Compound Daily site is usually pretty fast. So let's try it again. So 1750 by 100%. We can go for the interest rate 2% per day. 100% will include weekends. And it may work a little bit better somewhere else. Here we go. So in theory, that would be $2.4 million over an entire year. Now, 10% a year in an investment, those usually more aggressive investments, which can be a bit risky. Dave Ramsey talks up to 12% being possible in a mutual fund. But when you're talking about a daily compound rate, as Albert Einstein supposedly said, it's something to behold. So, um, when you talk about cryptocurrencies, they are high risk. It's best to go with established ones. You see, I have Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin right now, which are all pretty solid. But I also have 2 other coins you can email me about if you want to get more information. Anyway, thanks for sharing with me in this experiment. For fun, I'm going to show you that 0.5% that I was just getting on the calculator, because you multiply whatever's on the calculator by 100 to get the percent. And over an entire year, this isn't that bad. If someone can maintain something like this, it still ends up being something close to $10,000 by the end of the year. Anyway, please know cryptocurrencies do go up and down. They're very volatile. It was reminded once recently that Ethereum dropped 80% in one day at one time. That was when it was around $80. I believe now it's around $600 to $800 in value. So it's a bit of a wild ride if you do get into cryptocurrencies. That's why it's best to diversify with tried and tested cryptocurrencies, ones that have a lot of promise, according to many experts, are also something good to have in your portfolio. My name is Michael, and comment below if you have any questions. Hope you have a great night. I'm going to show the currencies again here to make sure we have a record of what went on. So there's the 0.93568, and I copied that because that's what I have right now. You update the balances. It was at 686 before. So we're going to just go to 9411, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go into the other website, which is the Bitcoin calculator. And see, it's actually increased just in a short amount of time. Now it's at $1,770. So I got my calculator here. And this is just, I think, this afternoon or this morning that I had another number that I had checked. And that was 16,750. So minus 16,750. Or I'm sorry, 1675. So 1770 minus 1675. So it's $95. And I divide by our original amount, which was 1675. So that's actually not, you move the decimal place 2 times, so times 100. It's actually 5.5%. So the numbers are truly crazy if you're looking at something like that every day. So the let's just call it 1750. If we invest it every day at 5%, it's actually $94 million by the end of the year. So obviously 5% in a day is great. When you go down by 10%, you actually have to double and go up by 20% to recover when you have a negative day. And that's happened at least once for me. Um, but as we saw too, just at a conservative 2%, if you can keep an average of 2% per day return, accounting for when you go down, um, that's still almost $2.5 million by the end of the year, which would be great. So my picks, as you saw, were Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. I had a tiny bit of other ones, and I actually have two other currencies if you want to ask me about those. But this has been part of my case study. Um, you know, the date and time. Um, Now, it's right before 10 p.m. I'm going to be doing this around 9 p.m. each night for the next 4 nights to show you really what's happening each day with these coins, so you have an idea. Is it something around 2%? Is it less? Um, how do the positives and negatives boil out? We're going to see what it looks like by the time of this little adventure. So again, this is Michael DiSalvo, and I hope you have a great evening, and we will check out our Bitcoin prices tomorrow um, and see if we've gone up or down. Take care and have a good night.